What's going on YouTube? Hope you again making another video today. Today I'm just going to cover basically my end of year 2017, start of 2018, and also MLG New Orleans, which is literally the APAC invasion. I'm pretty sure it's the most amount of teams we've ever had going to an event, probably even for any of the esports in Australia and New Zealand. So it's literally an invasion of our country to there. I wish I was a part of it, but whatever. So I'll start with Sydney 2 at the end of last year. That's where I'll start off my story time, Hopi story time, whatever. So a lot of people know I joined Oracle for that event. So it was JTEX, Setsi, and Zeppa, which is translates to Mind Freak Black later on down the track. So they were up and comers. I was a veteran player who was, not as rated anymore. They gave me a chance. I gave them a chance. They believed in my abilities and they listened to what I said. Went to that event. We were playing really good. Friday started off really good. Saturday really good. Saturday night we probably had the lowest point, or probably lowest point of my career. To be honest, we lost to a pickup team with Yoshimitsu or Nolan, which we probably shouldn't have lost to. No brute to them, but we played some really bad COD, and I remember even thinking after it, like, fuck man, like I thought this team had so much potential, and we just didn't show up. But I think everyone must have got the shit together overnight because we went on an absolute tear the next day. We beat Apotheon in the morning, beat Tainted Minds, for top 8 or something, or top 6. So that was a pretty big game there. Went through to beat SYF the next match for top 4. Then we beat Validate Brothers, which was Swift Azor, Maka, Rival, so half my team now, and Dean. So that was a pretty good team. Beat them for top 3, and then we beat Rage Esports, so like Jaiboon, Matt Flares and that for top 2, and then we lost 3-1 to Mindfreak in the final. So we went from all of us having not really much going on for us in the game at the time to having something. We really built up a solid team and a solid foundation, and then basically fast forward a few months, we made a roster change and got Swifters on the team. At the time I knew something needed to change with JTEX because the vibes of the team are kind of pointing names, or I'll say, but like Sets seemed unhappy with their team. He was looking to go elsewhere at the time. But I felt like me, Zeppa, and Setsy had to stay together because we were a pretty good trio. Like they were the two young guns, they were slayers, and I was just the guy that filled the gaps and said, "Yo, do this, do that," and it worked out good. But picking up Swift as well, I kind of knew it wasn't going to be long term. Kind of felt like we were the type of teammates that weren't ever going to be that kind of close to team for that long. Like with Maka and Rival, like those guys, I've teamed with them for years, and I know I'll always be a part of that little crew kind of thing. But with Kanan, loved playing with him, but I just felt like he had other plans, and kind of for both of our benefits, him joining us for the event gave him the best opportunity to get the champs, and us picking up him gave us the best opportunity. So it worked out good for both sides. And then we got third at last chance qualifiers. So we lost to Tainted 3-2. I felt like we made a lot of errors in that series, and then we came back and we versed Scrism's team. So Empire Esports, we 3 of them. Like we actually manhandled them. We slapped the shit out of him, to be honest, to qualify for champs. And then going to the champs, we a lot of people didn't really think we would get as far as we did. Well, I mean, some people did. Like I know a lot of people supported us. I thank you guys for that. Wouldn't have done it without you guys' support. Honestly, like seeing tweets is honestly like gives you the motivation and gives you that drive to push harder than you normally would as a human. But went to the event. We had a decent pool like Envy. I honestly keep forgetting Fastball's team's name. I know it's Fastball. I honestly can't remember the name. I don't know why. It always happens whenever I think about it. And then we had Elevate, the European team. So we had a pretty good pool. We ended up qualifying out of that, obviously with a technical issue in map 4 against Elevate, but went out of that, played Optic on main stage. I think like a lot of like the casters even said like we played it tough. I think like a lot of teams would honestly get cream pied by Optic, and we stuck it to them for the first half of the map. Like I think the boys were rewatching the VODs the other day, and we were tired halfway through the hard point, and it's like to be like that with Optic at our level of play, like where Zeppa sets his first COD champs. My first time playing a team within the top 4 in the world. Same with probably Kanan as well. It was a big step forward for us to be able to do that, and then the S&D, we had some mistakes that we lost it from as well. But I mean, we played a pretty good series there, and then up against E6, obviously we lost first map, or we lost 3-0, but we made big mistakes in uplink, but they were better than us in the day, so I think I don't know. We could have won that series, we could not have, but it's in the past now. I made a few errors throughout that event, but at the same time, I clutched up um, when I needed to at times as well. So I know it's a bit disappointing, but moving forward to World War Two, obviously our Mind Freak Black team, rest in peace. That's what we got the hat on today as well. We basically parted ways, or me and Zeppa stayed. Picked up Rival and Macca. It's a great decision, I think. Kanan went elsewhere. Obviously, went to Tainted Mind. So for people that watched my video back then, or my twit longer, so Kanan basically informed us that he was going to Tainted. And I felt like our trio was Setsi was kind of falling apart. I know there was a bit of shady shit going on at the time, but it means to clear that up. But basically, we had the opportunity to make a team, and I think Rival and Macca had faith that I'll be good on boots on the ground again, which I think I've proven so far. And I definitely feel a lot more confident in my own abilities on this game. It just feels like I'm back home, and I don't know, it just feels like when I'm playing the game, it feels natural, and my ability feels really good. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's just, it feels normal to me. Like, it feels normal, man. Like, pretty much like Krim would say, it's like normal. But at the same time, I still think we haven't hit our peak as a team. Like, we've had 2Ks to play for, but with Christmas time and like I had a baby recently, like, everyone's got stuff going on. It's been a bit hard for us to grind as much as other teams, and we haven't had anything to play for in terms of like an international event. So it's been hard for our team, but we've had decent results besides losing to the Asians in the online comp, but like there was issues with that as well. But with the 2Ks this year, it's been a bit annoying because it's single limb obviously, but I think the first 2K set the tone, and basically from there the bracket hasn't changed. We've literally played Tainted Minds 4 times, beat them 4 times, pretty good, but we've played them 4 times, right? And you think it could be a matchup thing where we just happen to match up better against them. They could beat they could beat SYF, they could beat Taboo, they might even be able to beat MF or Kings, who knows, but they literally don't get a chance to play anyone. And then with us, we beat Tainted, and then we play MF and lose to them. We haven't had a chance to play Taboo. We played SWF twice, but like, as it's gonna sound salty, but we played them at 2 a.m. in the morning, where all of us didn't want to play. If anyone watched my stream, our communication was depressing as shit. We didn't play our normal selves, so I wouldn't really count that. And then the first week of the game, obviously they beat us 6-5 last map. But at the same time, like, we didn't go over any S&Ds. We didn't know expeditionary nades or anything like that. So I don't feel like we've had a proper series. Not saying that those series didn't count, but when you're not playing to your potential as a team because of certain reasons, and you can't even play the game properly, then you don't really count that. You don't take it to heart. You don't put that in paper like, yeah, we're this level. So we haven't really had a chance to play anyone else besides MF and TM either. I mean, we played Kings, but that pretty much wraps up that side. So now I want to talk about. Sorry, I just rambled. I realized that's 8 minutes in. Sorry, but I want to go into MLG NOLA. Now, bear with me. I'm trying this out. It's a shitty graphic that I did with friggin' Paint Bucket. If you guys know what that is, probably used in grade 2. So voila, this is it. I'll drop that there. Alright, so thanks to Argy Stats, I just popped this off their page. I cut out our teams that aren't going. I know it looks random as shit, but I don't know how to edit anything or how to do any graphics, so you guys get the point. But they got Mind Freak, Taboo, Tainted Minds, Deleted, and Kings, and that's their rosters there. As you guys can see, player 1, player 2, player 3, player 4. Like I said, APAC Invasion, 5 teams going. It's good shit. And then you got MLG Dallas placings for the teams here. So I'll start with bottom team, Kings. I think this team has a lot of potential to go well overseas, honestly. They've got so much potential to do good. Obviously, Chileans. He placed 5th in Ghosts. He's back on boots on the ground as well. I know he's feeling more confident about that, same as I am. It's more natural to him as a player. I could tell that when I played him first off that he was good. A few of the gunnies that he gave me the first time playing him, I was like, fuck. And then you got Fate, Scrism, and Zeus. So obviously, Fate, same old Fate. He's doing well in this game. Fucked us on host a few times in scrims, but he's playing well. Scrism, I feel like he's good in this game as well, but I think he's definitely still got a long ways to go. I think this is the first time where he's had a proper team around him that relies on structure and him anchoring properly. And then you got Zeus, the old dog, Llama. He's back playing again, and he's going off as well. They've had some really good results. I think they lost the first 3 2Ks 3-2, and then they beat MF in the next one, and then somehow they lost to us. And then they overcame, I think it was Taboo the other week, or SYF the other week, or something. So they've done really well. I definitely think that they could do good overseas. I think, I don't know. I predict they, depending on the bracket, I think they can get out of pools. They haven't really grinded much in this game, and they finally get a chance to do so with something to play for. So I definitely think they can go far. And then he got deleted. Gonna be honest, I'm not expecting a lot out of you, sorry brothers. They have had issues with Azzy's internet. I feel like they haven't been practicing as much as other teams. And let's be honest, this team on paper doesn't look strong. I think they've gave Taboo a pretty good run the last 2 times they played him in the 2Ks, but I'll be honest, I don't see them going far. I feel like individually they're performing pretty well and as a team, but I feel like internationally, I don't know. I hope they prove me wrong, but I hope they do. Honestly, I just can't see them going that far. Tainted Minds, honestly, like you'd see this team as second best team on paper, but I don't know, something's going on with them at the moment. They, like I was speaking to Kane the other night, disagree with what he said, but basically feels like they're beating themselves at the moment, which I can kind of say is true. But I know what's going on with them. It just feels like they haven't really clicked together at the moment. Like, so like we've played them 4 times and we beat them 4 times. Obviously, there was a few times that they stuffed up on maps, but we had the same thing. But like I said, in scrims against Taboo, I mean against Taboo and SYF and Kings and that, apparently they do really good and they beat them. Even with MF, they might do alright. I don't know, but I don't know. It could just be a matchup against us. So personal preference for me playing them. They haven't found their feet on this game yet, but at the same time, I feel like they could do good. Obviously, they got T64 at Dallas, which is something that they don't want. Another excuse that I think is quite valid, but they did have to wait 8 hours to play the French team in a best of 3, and that's how they lost. And they did lose 2-1 to Echo Fox, and they beat Echo Fox 6-0 in the S&D, I'm pretty sure. So Echo Fox would only get top 6 that event, or top 4. Oh, no, top 8 was it? So they did show potential there, but obviously, so I definitely feel like if they grind and they can get over, then click, and they learn from their mistakes last time, I feel like they could go well. But at the same time, like, it just feels like at the moment playing them, they haven't really pumped up to the expectations that they need to. I feel like once they work out their own issues, as in like, as a team figuring out what to get on the same page, I think they'll do good. But for this event, I'm honestly not too sure. I think it's going to be another hit and miss. Like, if they come up against a team again and they're not warm, I could see them losing, but I really hope that they go far. And then you got Taboo. Obviously, this team did relatively well last event as well. At Dallas, I mean, they did okay. I think they got forfeited on a map, which put them into the losers bracket. But losing a hard point to not a RAN team, but a lower seeded team, shouldn't tilt you enough to lose the S&D. So I mean, obviously, if they won the hard point, they could have won the S&D, and so they basically had one proper series at that LAN. I can't even remember who they lost to be honest. Was it? Can't even remember. I think it was a team that SYF beat for top 28. But they've been performing well. They went 3-2 with MF in the last 2K, or both 2Ks, I think. They've beat SYF online, which is amazing. And they're really shown to be a really good team in this game. Obviously, Excite was a monster for MF last year. He really does perform really good overseas. Just his aggressive play style is really good. And I think the SMG meta for that team is really, really good. I think if you got Lakey on the AR for most maps, and then you got Setzi, Dean, and Excite subbing, that's a really strong team. Because I think more aggressive subbies in this game work, and that's really beneficial for that. For them, I don't know. I think they could make it out of pools. Obviously, like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't looked at the notable teams, like the top NA or European teams, but I would not be surprised if Taboo, Tainted, or Kings did make it out. If Deleted made it out of Open, I would be really surprised. But I think a lot of it depends on the bracket and how they turn up on the day. But I'm gonna say that Taboo and Kings can make it out. And Tainted can as well, but I feel like Kings and Taboo are more in form, so to speak, at the moment than Tainted. But I know they're going to be salty at this video, sorry guys, but I hope you guys prove me wrong as well. Same with you, Deleted. And then moving on to MF, they got 9th to 12th last event. They choked a 5-3 lead last map against Echo Fox, and we all know how good they are. I feel like if they show up and don't have a bad Friday/Saturday, they can really go far. I feel like they can push into the top 8 this time, which they should have last time. And I feel like the SMG meta is better for that team. You think Buzzin Fighter Shocks on the SMG is dominant as shit. Buzzin on the AR, he's more reliable as an AR this game than he was on jetpacks, let's be honest. And I feel like this meta is a lot better for that team. And they've been pretty informed, obviously, with the 2Ks. They don't really mean as much to them at the moment, so they haven't been probably pushing as hard. But yeah, I definitely felt like the thing is more better for them. The game's more better for them because I think the FG meta, honestly, the only team in Australia and New Zealand that really helped in a sense was SYF. And that's not saying that they're bad with other guns. I'm just saying that, like, I know with our team, we literally didn't use the FG in none of the proper competitions until I think Dallas was over. So I remember like that final that we played at 2 a.m. I was running a bar, Maka was running a bar, and we're versing FGs. And I think MF, like, they had Buzzin using an FG. I think Taboo might have had one or two as well. But yeah, I just feel like the whole meta for the scene's a lot better overall. Like, our scene is more SMG based. You look at the main ARs now, like, you got what? Buzzin, Damage, you got Lakey who's there as well. You got Azzy, you got like Scrism, and then now me for my team. And I mean, Buzzin and Damage are the only two guys out of that list that you could say have AR'd properly overseas at a higher tier level. So yeah, I think SMG meta is better for our team. To anyone that might get salty about this, gonna have to deal with it. I hope you guys prove me wrong because I'm not there. I can talk all I want, but back it up and prove me wrong, please. Streaming on Twitch, for those who don't know, you probably do because I tweet it out every day, but twitch.tv/Hopey, with 2 Y's. So if you like my channel, also like this video, please. Comment, subscribe. The support really helps, honestly. Like, the bigger I grow, the better it gets, the more stuff I want to do. I bought a camera today. I don't know where the hell the box is. Here it is. Bought a camera today to make some videos, some vlogs if I go overseas. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, this is my own opinion from my perspective of playing your team. So if I've played your team, this is just my opinion. That is it. If you get salty, I'm sorry. So thanks for tuning in. 17 minutes long. Shit, sorry about that. But peace out.